stuff we have to go back and work on before we have Creighton on Tuesday, but we're feeling pretty confident in the players that we have right now.
Yeah, just backing off of Jazz. Obviously, 2 wins is great, but we want to go far in the season, and there's just a lot of things that we need to work on and polish up. So.
You specifically, you've had back-to-back strong games here to start the season. How do you feel about your game right now?
I feel like I'm playing pretty confident, and my teammates make it easy by finding me open shots and setting solid screens and sealing so I can get to the rim. And so just playing confident and having fun out there.
Second half, you had 14 points. Looked like a different player coming out of the half there. How did you feel up there?
I just started taking my open shots and stopped turning down shots and just played more confident and stopped second-guessing everything.
You guys had a bit of a slower start coming out of the first quarter. How did you guys just get through that offensively?
I think our offense is led by our defense, and I think to start out the game we weren't super aggressive and we weren't forcing turnovers, but I think when we turned the switch up on defense, we really started to get our offense going.
You guys had another double-digit game with three-pointers. How does that feel to just have that many three-pointers land in a game?
Pretty good. I think three-point shooting is a strength for us, and it's something we're going to need going to the back end of the season. So I think it's important that we're getting our confidence from behind the line.
You guys talk about that start. I know this might be cliche, but you guys had 2 or 3 kind of big runs throughout that game. How easy is that to kind of settle into the momentum but also get comfortable?
I think, obviously Jazz said we build off our defense, and so that kind of starts the run. And we want to play with pace, but we also want to have poise. And so sometimes when we go on those runs, we get a little hectic and get a little loosey-goosey and don't value the ball or value the possession. And so I think that's just something we can focus on.
Jazz, I want to say you had 10 assists in the first game, 8 assists tonight. How have you just been, seeing things on offense?
I think I'm probably most effective when I can get a steal or I can get a defensive rebound where I can go and push it out in transition. Players on the team run the floor really, really well. So it's kind of pick someone at that point because we have so many runners, which is a really positive, and it's also our bigs is doing really well at stealing. So I think making it easy for me to make the right decision.
Big test for you guys coming up Tuesday night, Creighton. What are you guys going to take from these first 2 games in order to prepare for them this Tuesday?
I think we have it's all about our chemistry right now. I think we trust the players that we have, and we have to really believe in them. I know Allison's a really important piece for us, so instilling confidence in the people that it's only our second season. Lex's only second season, so I think it's really important that these players know that they're a huge part of our team and they got to get going, and they're confident in themselves right now, which is really good.
Anything else for Jazz and Alice? Okay.
Thank you.
Coach Williams will be in a minute.
Okay. I felt like this was a good quality win for us over a team that, we knew we really had to respect as a team who won the Southland Conference regular season title a year ago, had everybody back, was starting 5 seniors, a lot of experience. I was quite impressed today with their length and activity on the defensive side of the ball, so we had to make some adjustments, and I thought they did a good job of really trying to slow the pace, and so for our team to kind of make the tweak after a 15-point first quarter and still reach 79 points was kind of good, just considering how strong Houston Christian's defense was.
That good games from Allison. What'd you see out of her tonight?
Just great activity. I thought she played so hard on both sides of the ball. She played with really good pace, put pressure on the paint, was able to knock down a 3. But I love the fact that she led us in scoring, but I love even more that she was our leading rebounder and had the most offensive rebounds on the team. And I just think it shows great activity. I thought she picked the ball up in the backcourt and really caused some havoc and just had great ball pressure. So just awesome activity out of Allison.
She talked about that rebounding, kind of overthinking stuff a little bit in the first half, but settling down. Did you see anything different from her between the 2 halves tonight?
I think she brought something to the table in each half. So I feel like she may be beating herself up a little bit or being a little too hard on herself early, but I think once she kind of settled in and found some really good opportunities, we made a few adjustments at halftime, and I thought she was pretty locked into those, and that paid off.
You talk about the half team-wise. How'd you guys feel after 20 minutes? I know you come out firing on all cylinders to start that second half there, but what was the mood in the locker room at half?
Yeah, I think there was kind of some mixed emotions in the locker room at halftime, just feeling good about some things and feeling like there was definitely some things that we needed to kind of shore up. But one thing we knew was that the first 5 minutes of the second half were going to be really important for us to come out and try to set the tone, and I thought we did that, and some of those kids were pretty aggressive and brought something to the table there and got us started in that second half the way we wanted.
When a team is affecting you with their length, defensively, how do you, adjust to that?
Yeah, I thought we had to kind of find some different ways to attack, and their rotations on penetration was so abrupt. We needed to be able to kind of throw behind instead of in front, and I thought we did a good job of kind of making some of those adjustments, and then just run some more actions that were not necessarily penetration and ball screen.
I know it might get lost in that box score, but 22 turnovers. How much does that stand out to you with the way you guys were pressuring tonight?
Well, the 22 turnovers that we forced stands out to me just because, as I mentioned, this is a very senior-laden team. That's a championship caliber team. That's a postseason team. That's pretty impressive for us to force that team into 22 turnovers. So that's something that I'm quite proud of. Whenever we have possessions where there's shot clock violations and things like that, I think we're probably taking care of some things defensively.
Creighton looming on Tuesday, but you guys got 2 games under your belt here. Just through these first 2, kind of general thoughts what you've seen.
Yeah, I think that I'm pleased with the potential of this group, and we certainly are not a finished product, and we've got plenty of room for improvement. But I think this group is very exciting and something that we feel like that we can get to be one of the best teams in the country, and so we've got to just shore some things up.
Jazz has kind of racked up the assists and steals through 2 games. What have you seen from her to open the year?
Yeah, I think Jazz has shown just why she was one of the only player in the Big Ten Conference last year that was in the top 5 of all of the major statistical categories: points, rebounds, steals, block shots, assists. She just can do it all. She's very capable. She was named, at least on the media's, all defensive team in the Big Ten Conference last year. So I think the 5 steals that we saw out here today, she just causes some havoc. She has been pretty good with her assist to turnover ratio right now, and just creating a lot of offense. And you know, she's capable of that. She's capable of scoring. She's capable of assisting. She's capable of being a defensive stopper for us, and she's capable of leading us in rebounding. And so those are all really good things that we want to be able to depend on her for, and she most definitely affects the game.